Welcome to Morning Market Report. I'm Big Vijay. Today is 12th March and as of 8:26 a.m., GIFT Nifty is indicating a flat opening. You can see it's totally flat opening, and the same can be seen from the open interest data. So if I quickly show you, this is the open interest, and here you cannot see any as such dominating side. Both the call and put option is equally there, so market is going to be indecisive which direction to move, and that's probably one of the reason why GIFT Nifty is indicating a muted start, and even I am not expecting market to make a big moves today. It did yesterday managed to cross and close below 22,500, so that's one bearish sign. However, today as market opens, it might be able to cross 22,500, and that will consider as a fake closing. So US market was, again, it was extremely volatile yesterday, and the reason it was volatile is because of their president, Donald Trump. So towards the start of the day, he decided to double the tariff on the steel and aluminum that comes from Canada to 50%. Before it was 25%, now he decided to double it to 50%. But towards the end of the day, he pulled back from this decision, and that's the reason you see that the market recovered quite a bit. And another good news was the ceasefire that the President Zelensky of Ukraine decided for. So Russia was always ready for the ceasefire, but now Zelensky is even ready for the ceasefire. So it's going to be 30-day ceasefire. So that's another good news in terms of US. So in terms of India, the market seems quite indecisive, and we have to see there is no as such clear trend as of now. The other market, especially the Japan market, was in positive, the same with the South Korean market. And even though yesterday the US market closed on red, today if you look at the Nasdaq 100 future is indicating a positive opening, and most probably because of this news. Another bad thing that happened yesterday was the IndusInd Bank. So yesterday, IndusInd Bank share price fall by 27%, and the reason it happened because the bank make a mismanagement and didn't really recorded a total loss of 2100 crore that comes from derivative loss. So if you just look at the quarterly result of IndusInd Bank, it was the last quarter result, December 2024. The total profit was around 1,401 crore. However, the total unrecorded derivative contract loss was 2,100 crore. So if that loss is to be recorded, and that has to be recorded, actually the quarterly profit will go into negative. And especially, let's talk about the next quarter, which is going to be the March quarter. So March quarter, if we just take a base as the last year, then it's 2,300 crore. Let's say this quarter, the company grows a little bit or is still the same, still the profit is going to be like 300, 400 crores max. So this is bad, as it raises question on a bank's risk management, that how can such a massive loss went unrecorded, unaudited. So that's the reason why IndusInd Bank fell by 27%. And today it would be very interesting to see how the stock performs. And from the all-time high, the market, the share price of IndusInd Bank did fell quite a bit. So from all-time high, it's like 67%. From the recent high, from where most of the company stock started to fall, it's still 61%. So the bank stock price has fallen quite a bit, and who knows how much more is going to fall before we see a recovery, because it's just a matter of time. The share price is going to recover as bank is holding strong. If you look at the just profit growth, the bank is showing a steady profit growth this year. Till month, the company did mess up a little bit. However, that's one time mistake, and the previous year's growth were very positive and it's a consistent growth. So I'm expecting the share price to rebound after falling maybe a bit more. The one stock specific good news is regarding the Bharti Airtel. So Bharti Airtel in India have entered into a contract with Starlink. Starlink is owned by Elon Musk. Is basically offers internet connectivity by satellite. So as Bharti Airtel signed a deal with Elon Musk, SpaceX to bring Starlink, which is their satellite based broadband connectivity. So this is good for Airtel. Firstly, it will give Airtel a edge in comparison to Jio, as Airtel will, try to learn the technology behind the satellite internet, and it will, propel Airtel to the top. So that's good news regarding the Airtel. And if we talk about the Bharti Airtel price, it didn't really fall. If you look at the major blue chip company, the share price has fallen quite a bit, but Bharti Airtel is holding strong. Is how much? It's like only 6-7% fall. That's quite low in comparison to big companies like TCS or any Reliance or any other big companies of Nifty 50. So that's good news. And the gold is again ready to cross the all-time high, very close to it. Bitcoin is falling from the high. It crossed 100,000, close to very 100,010. So from there it started to fall. It's a correction time. And along with that, as I said, open interest is showing indecisive. So market is indecisive in this, and like I believe the market is waiting for the result. The upcoming important result is about the index of industrial production. So index of industrial production is basically there are certain industry, and it shows that how much growth happened in those industry, like major industry that doesn't include banks and insurance companies. So the expected growth rate is around 3.5%. Today this data will come around 4 p.m. or something. Previously it was 3.2%. Now the expectation is 3.5%. The expectation has increased. And one more very important, news or the data that will be released by 4 p.m. today is the inflation for February 2025. So as you know, the RBI has a band. So RBI want inflation to be around 4%, and there is a limited band of plus minus 2%. So it's basically from 2% to 6%, but RBI want to keep it around 4%. And this is exactly what the expectation is. So inflation is expected to fall from 4.31% to 4%. The inflation data will release today around 4 p.m. So that would be interesting to see how much inflation will come down. So in terms of Nifty 50 chart, I don't really see any as such, resistance. So next resistance is around this level. It's like 22,620 something, and currently it's at 22,520. So there is a 100 point movement possible in Nifty 50. So in terms of trend line, there was this trend line, however, it did break it, and now it took support from this trend line and again, deciding to go up. So I am, if just by looking at the chart, I am bullish on Nifty 50. However, if we combine the open interest and other indicators, then it's going to be more of the sideways to uptrend. Like falling down from here, the probability is quite low that it will fall from here. And like Trump is going to impose reciprocal tariff by April 2, so I'm expecting before that, of course, market is going to fall because this is going to be a very bad news for our country. So market is going to fall for that for sure. However, not now. The event has many time, many days to go. So once that event come close, like towards the end of the March, we can see the correction. But as of now, I'm expecting market to be sideways or uptrend. in short term, and then we see another rejection from some point, and then it will make another low.